Asked Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen what he makes of Trump inserting himself into U.S. foreign policy before he takes office.
Between the time he was elected in January 20, he should leave foreign policy to President Obama. The Constitution gives the executive foreign policy, and it certainly doesn't give the president-elect. And what President-elect Trump has done, I think, is out of character with our traditions in America, and it's disrespectful to the president, and it's harmful to our foreign policy.
What do you say to those who, some of whom are Democrats, who've been quite critical of the president's decision not to veto this resolution before the UN Security Council, who say these were extraordinary times, and it's a good thing that Israel has an ally in Donald Trump?
Israel has an ally in Barack Obama, and Israel has an ally in the United States of America. We have supplied the President and the Congress the largest foreign aid package ever to Israel. We keep them one step ahead of others in the Middle East with improved defense and improved offensive weapons, and we give them Iron Dome. We have tried in all ways to bring about peace in the Middle East, and people who are supporters of J Street, as I am, are not capos like Mr. Friedman says. We love Israel, we want Israel to survive, but we have a different thought on how they can get there. And better to get there through diplomacy and through a win-win proposition Palestinians than through the force of take it or leave it.
You know, it strikes me that when you look at the Israeli government's reaction to this, have you ever seen anything quite like how the Netanyahu administration has handled this, in which they have essentially said, we will no longer listen to the sitting president of the United States. We prefer to communicate with the president-elect. We are going to share information with him, and essentially saying the current president is effectively dead to us.
Well, you know, I think that the ambassador from Israel to the United States used to be an American citizen, too, and he gave up his citizenship and became Israeli. That's okay. He has a right to do that, but I have to question some of his positions. Prime Minister Netanyahu, he basically laid down a gauntlet with the president and with others when he came to speak to Congress and went through Speaker Boehner rather than approaching the president. He has, I would say, extreme chutzpah. And that's not what you should have as the prime minister of a nation who needs the United States as its friend and ally. And it's almost like, all right, you've helped me so much and you've helped me now, but now you're going out of office and I don't need to be friends with you anymore. It's a bad character trait on the part of the prime minister to be treating President Obama this way, and it's a bad character trait to be treating the United Nations this way. And to call in all of the ambassadors on Christmas Day was somewhat unfortunate, because people do have religious holidays, and the ambassadors were predominantly Christians, and to call them in on Christmas Day was impolitic. I think this whole situation has been unfortunate. He shouldn't have gone to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump shouldn't have got involved in it. Donald Trump's got enough to do right now with trying to get some people in his administration and to get a few entertainers to come to the inauguration.
My thanks to Congressman Steve Cohen.